Hello everyone and welcome back to Red Hot Go, the show where I watch the first 3 episodes of a show suggested by you and give my first impressions on it. This time, by request of Alex Funnycat and my Discord server in general, I will be giving Love is War a Red Hot Go. If the introduction is anything to go by, to our main characters, Shirogane and Shinomiya, love is war, which makes it quite different from anything else I have ever seen. The weapons they wield during the OP certainly fit the theme, even if they did surprise me the first time I saw them. Not gonna lie, I legitimately wondered if this anime was going to be like Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I must admit I was not impressed with the show early on, as it front-loaded its first episode with exposition that was all spoken as opposed to being shown. Given the last 2 shows I've analysed, I'd say my expectations for opening episodes are higher than they used to be, and this show simply does not meet that mark. However, the show does not continue this trend. Sure, it has narration, but it usually adds context to what is happening as opposed to explaining it. By the end of the first segment, I understood what draws people into this show. It's the most intense battle of wits I have seen, and the brain power that both characters expend to back the other into a corner never failed to be entertaining. There's a hint of absurdity in how far they both go to entice the other to confess, and I love it. If there is one thing I would like to see in the show going forward, it is some self-awareness as to unhealthy and ultimately destructive their view of love is. Obviously they can't have this kind of revelation too early or the show will more or less end, but when I think about moments like the one where Shirogane ponders his own advice to forego the intricate plans when asking someone out, I can't help but feel as though I'd like to see more moments like that going forward. I appreciated that the last segment of episode 3, the last episode I watched before writing this script, was dedicated to showing us more about Shinomiya, and barely touched on the central conflict of the show. It also showed us her internalized feeling of isolation by, well, what do you know, showing us her memories instead of telling us that she was lonely. If only the first part of episode 1 were more like this. If this segment is a promise that we'll get to learn more about the characters, that will make me very happy. So when I'm done with the Red Hot Go video, what happens to the show it's based on? Well, if I like it, I'll finish it. If I don't like it, I'll drop it. And if I'm not sure, I'll give it some more time. As for the fate of Love is War, I will certainly finish it. Besides the first chunk of episode 1, the show has been a blast, and I look forward to seeing how this war continues. And that is it for this episode of Red Hot Go. I'd like to thank my patrons, Orion Trayan, Quincy Chamberlain, and Jaman5. If you'd like to join these wonderful people or the fine folks on the Discord server, you can do so via links in the description. If you have a show, movie, or game that you would like me to give a Red Hot Go, let me know in the comments. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next time.